Hello class, this is my Do One assignment for the Precision and Predictive Medicine lecture due December 7th, 2018. The idea here is to get data from the spreadsheet. And once you have that, you have it open. What we're going to do is create a pivot chart. So let's go ahead and take a look at this spreadsheet. And you can see at the top, there's a lot of labels. Each column is a specific medication that the patient had taken, or possibly a diagnosis. And each row is a specific patient. When we create our pivot chart here, what we're going to do is select all of the data. So what we want to do is select data from A1 all the way to AO, and then we wanted to go down to 1,934 rows. So once you have your pivot chart, you're going to open up your assignment again and take a look. Let's see what we have to do. It says create a table showing the relationship between anxiety diagnosis and response to cytoplasm, which is going to be the CIT success. Report the rate of success for cytoplasm among patients with generalized anxiety and depression. So let's take a look and see how we're going to do that. Go back to your spreadsheet. We're on the pivot table tab here. And we're going to select generalized anxiety diagnosis. And we're going to select CIT success. We're going to put CIT success in columns, and we're going to put CIT success also in values. But we're going to change the values from sum to count. You do that by value edit, count, hit OK, and let's take a look at the data that we have. So 0 indicates that this person does not have general anxiety diagnosis. The 1 indicates that they do have general anxiety diagnosis. And for CIT success, 0 again means that it was unsuccessful. 1 means that it was successful. And the total number of people that took this medication is 366. We're going to remove that blank because we don't need it. It's blank. There's no information there, so we're going to get rid of it. All right, now we're going to look at CIT probability of success. And how are we going to measure that? How are we going to find that? We're going to hit equals to start a formula in Microsoft Excel. We're going to click that 117 divided by 366. All right, but that's a long number, and we don't need all those digits, so we're going to shorten that a bit. So we're going to go down, and we only need 2 digits. All right, in the second part of this, which medication has the highest success rate when the patient has anxiety diagnosis? And we have a list of different medications that were attempted on these patients. And we can create some data from that list. Let's take a look and see how that's going to work. All right, I'm just going to copy my list here so that I have it on the same page and that I can reference it whenever I need it. We're going to copy our pivot table here, and we're going to duplicate it. We need 7 copies of this, right? So I'm just going to speed through this real quick. I'm going to show you how to copy the first one, and then we're just going to speed through the next couple. Okay, like magic, there's 7 of them. And we're going to color code it too, because I'm a little particular, and it's easier for me to keep things in order if I have them color coordinated. All right, next we need to find the BUP success. So we're going to go to our second pivot table, and just like the first one, we have to remove CIT success and insert BUP success. We're going to do that for the columns and the values, and don't forget to change field settings from sum to count, and then click OK. I'm going to show you how to change one more, and then we're going to just speed through the rest of these so you can do it yourself. You can have a little bit of practice. Again, we're going to remove that blank because we don't need it. Alright, again, like magic, we fixed it all. When we copied and pasted the first pivot chart, it also copied the name of the pivot chart, where we said CIT probability success. Well, we're dealing with different medications now, so we have to change the name of that field to the right name of the medication. All you have to do is click the cell, change CIT to NTP, and so on and so forth for all the rest of them. Alright, so let's look at number 3. Which medication has the highest success rate when the patient has substance abuse? Use data column with the heading Drug Abuse Diagnosis. I'm going to change the name down here at the bottom to Generalized Anxiety Diagnosis, and I'm going to copy my pivot charts from the first one and create a new tab, and we're going to label that in a little bit. We're going to name it Drug Abuse. So once everything's copied, you resize it and make it look pretty. And here you can see that I copied and pasted the probability of success for each medication. You're going to see what we're going to do with that in a moment. But first, let's make sure that everything's nice and accurate. We've copied everything properly. We're going to change general anxiety diagnosis to substance abuse. And how do we do that exactly? Well, let's go back to our pivot chart here. Once you click on 4A, for instance, you're going to remove the row, which used to be generalized anxiety diagnosis, and now it's going to be drug abuse diagnosis. We're going to repeat that step for each of the medications. As I do that, you can see that the values under probability of success are changing. Don't forget to double check your formulas once again, just to be sure that you're dividing success of the medication by the total number of people who took the medication. Go ahead and highlight the entire portion of your list, medication and probability of success, like I have here. Then go to Sort and Filter. Select Custom Sort. Once you've done that, in the first column you want to sort by probability of success, right? That makes sense. Cell value. And the idea here is that we want to find what is the most successful medication. So we're going to sort from largest to smallest. As you see, it put it in numerical order from largest to smallest, the top being the most successful. We're going to label this. We just want to leave our notes here so that the professor knows exactly what we want. Sorted by highest probability of success to lowest. Once you've done that, you're done.